Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a 33-year-old Navy wife with a 13-year-old daughter. I am a senior in college. I have a 3.2 GPA right now, and I should be finished in May of 2010.
Okay. What would you say is your worst attribute?
I would have to say that my worst attribute is my procrastination, probably, because I tend to work best under pressure, so I like to wait until the last minute to get anything done.
Okay. How about your best attribute?
My best attribute would definitely be my compassion and my ability to empathize with other people, I guess, is what I consider my best attribute. And I think that no matter what field you work in, being a compassionate and understanding person helps you deal with anything that can possibly come up, because stress seems to be the biggest problem in a workplace that you can run into.
Okay, good answer. What skills do you have that you believe would qualify you for a position at our law firm?
Well, before I went back to school to work on my bachelor's degree in psychology, I took a 9-month class as a legal assistant, or a legal assistant program, should I say, and I completed that with a 4.0. I have many recommendations from the school and from my instructors, and I also worked in a law firm for 6 months in Austin doing environmental law and energy conservation law.
Wow. So, I saw on your resume that you have prior military experience. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was in the military from 1995 to 1998. I was an airman. My specific rate was aviation electrician technician, but I didn't really work with electricity a whole lot. I worked for the public affairs officer as well as doing maintenance on the facility itself, not the aircraft. But I think that any military training you can get will help you, because it gives you a strong sense of who you are and being able to rely on the people around you and trust them, which is very important in any job situation.
I agree. Are there any specific skills that you learned in the military that you think would help you here?
I think that my ability to deal with my chain of command was probably the best skill that I could have learned, and it transposes to any job that you go into. You have to respect who it is you work for, as well as respect the people you work with. And I think that the military teaches you that on a very basic level, and then as you progress further in your career, it helps you to develop a better sense of how the structure of the place that you're working for is.
Is there anything that I should know about beforehand that would prevent you from working effectively?
I don't think that I have anything personally that would interfere with my ability to work for you. As far as any problems like that, I think that I would be able to come to you or somebody in my direct, as I referred to it earlier, chain of command, and get the issue resolved.
Okay. Are there any special skills that are not listed on your resume that I have here that you would like to share with us?
I don't think that I've ever listed the skills that I have learned from being a mother or a wife, especially a military wife, because there's not really a spot on your resume that says, well, what else do you do when you're not working? But I was a PTA vice president and also the treasurer for a couple years for my daughter's school, and I have also gotten together a few fundraisers for my husband at work so that he and his squadron can have better celebrations for families and include them more. I think that my ability to multitask is outstanding, and I think that being a mom and a wife helps you do that more than anything else. So yeah, I probably have a few skills that I could not list on my resume.
Definitely, definitely. Tell me about a difficult situation that you've been in your workplace and how you handled it.
One of the first jobs that I ever had was working for a law firm, not the previous one that I disclosed, but a different law firm, and I had a problem with a coworker who liked to be a gossip, I think is the term that most people use. And I had a problem with her over disclosing her personal information. Initially, I addressed it with her, and it did not resolve the matter, and I went to a supervisor, and at that point it was pointed out to my coworker, and from then on out we seemed to get along pretty well.
Okay, well, I think that concludes this interview. Thank you for meeting with us.